Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage. Welcome back to episode 65 of Europa Universalis 4 as Spain. We are just about to go over here and deal with some rebels that we have, and the next thing we're probably going to be doing is attacking Bermanis and trying to feed some of their lands to Mysore. Let's just go ahead and detach a single regiment there to siege, and we'll go ahead and smash these rebels to pieces. So Bermanis actually have quite a large army. You're marching into me, are you? That's interesting. Good luck with that. Yeah, Bermanis actually have quite a large army, so we really need to get a fair few units down there to make the most of it. Let's go ahead and take the Diplotech. I know we're like years and years ahead of time now, but screw it, you know. And we are going to... It's not Royal Mortar, it's probably the infantry. Yep, so we'll get these guys home. And, in fact, we probably don't even need to have 60k in Spanish Britain anymore, because Great Britain is literally 2 provinces here. So I'm going to send this 30 stack down to what used to be VIII, so that we can go and use them to attack Bermanis. But last time I checked, Bermanis had like 160,000 troops, so got to make sure that I've got a fairly decent number over there. I am so far ahead of them in terms of tech and military ability that I probably don't need to match them man for man. But I certainly don't want to try and take them on with just a fraction of the numbers. So we've already got 120,000 men down here. If we go ahead and put these in, we'll have 150,000 men, which should be enough to deal with them. It is possible, of course. That's actually now finished, has it? Excellent. That'll save us some money. It is actually possible, of course, that they could potentially... no, I've completely lost my train of thought now, so I'm just going to shut up, because I don't even know what I was talking about. We have a call to arms. The nation of the Commonwealth, your faithful allies, requesting that you come to their aid in the Commonwealth-Russian imperialist war against Russia. This is a war that they have started, and Russia is allied with Austria. So this will actually get us in a war with Austria, which is not particularly great. Austria's not that big of an issue for us at the moment, but we could go ahead and like start unsieging this stuff. I don't think Austria's going to be too much of an issue, really. I can go and unsiege all of this stuff that Austria's got control of against Ragusa. I can always go and stick my heavies in here as well and screw Austria's fleet up. This has now become self-sustaining. So let's go ahead and start working over here. We'll go ahead and pick you guys up. And we can... Yeah, let's go ahead and start working on these. There are some of these that we can probably add to... what's the word I'm looking for? Trade companies, which we probably should do. It's like, did I add any of this to the trade company? It's like I added 1 province to the trade company. You know, this is going to end up giving me yet another merchant. Obviously, make sure they're all the right religion first. That one's already done. That's not mine. And this one we can't do until we've converted the religion. So that's fine. That's going quite well. Notice this is no longer... what does this used to be? Borneo. It's no longer Borneo. So we need to keep our eye on whatever Austria might try and do down here now. Austria is currently at war with the Ottomans, because Austria declared war on Ragusa. And see, now I've just got myself black flagged. Austria declared war on Ragusa, and Ragusa is basically being protected by the Ottomans. Now, if I can declare war on Ragusa without the Ottomans coming in, which at the moment I can... I'm not going to click on that right now because it looks like they could still come in to help, and I'd rather them not do that right now. So we'll keep our eye on that one. And yeah, as you can see, Austria have got some big stacks, although I think they're mainly going to be involved with the Commonwealth. Right, do you have any allies? No, you're just being guaranteed by the Ottomans. So if I can declare war on you without the Ottomans coming in to help you, which I think I can, if I go ahead and do this right now... Yeah, they're guaranteed by the Ottomans, but it says the Ottomans won't come in. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's go ahead and give you someone that's got some decent siege to get this done quickly. And what I intend to do is jump in here and hopefully take a stack of stuff from Ragusa, because I can unsiege this stuff because it's actually controlled by Austria. And I'm at war with Austria. So I'm hoping that Austria don't come in here and attack me directly. They might do. But I'm hoping that they don't. And I've got Austria's ships pinned in here at the moment, so that does help. So it's going to be a risk, but we can potentially take a good chunk from Ragusa. Now, it looks like you're sending some units my way, which I don't appreciate. But at the same time, the Commonwealth has just obliterated half your army. Yeah, do you know what? I might not even get to do this, because I've got a feeling the Commonwealth is actually going to just like destroy all of these armies before I have a chance to unsiege all of this. So we will need to try and get as much of it done as possible. I could go ahead and pay for the wall breaches. I don't think I'm going to bother on this one because it's already at 35%. Now, we do have the problem that colonies become self-sustaining. Let's try and deal with all of these where we can. Right, let's go ahead and work on this one. Let's go ahead. Now, we've got to pick you guys up first. Not a good time to be sort of having to micromanage what's going on here, but it is what it is. Let's go ahead and... it says land movement blocked by hostile fort, but it really shouldn't be. So let's drop you guys off over there. Colonize South Georgia, a base in China. We'll take that for now. We might just cancel it. So we're actually... I don't know how we're losing the battle against Russia, but apparently we are. Because we know we're short on time, we've also got to make sure Austria doesn't try and do anything dodgy anywhere else. Let's go ahead and make sure we get as many of these as we can. Can we move you into there? Yes, we can. So let's move you in and grab these provinces. So we might be able to take out Ragusa quite quickly here. We've got a Russian fleet. Russia has actually landed in Australia. Can you believe it? That's what Russia is attacking Australia. That's their plan here. That's fine. Let's go ahead and pick you guys up then. I really don't think Russia being in Australia is going to be that big of an issue to me. Are you coming in here to try and attack me? Because if you are, that will be hilarious. You may... But let's actually just pause up. Let's go ahead and get this wall breach. We probably don't need it. But the quicker we can get these sieges done, the better. Especially as there are units moving in from this direction. Now, we lost a battle somewhere. Did we just lose those transports? We did. Bugger. Well, okay, I'm not going to worry about that too much for now. Big Austrian stack in here. Now then, are my transport fleets back yet? I don't think they are. Can I get to there? Yeah, let's go ahead and just sort of try and bait the Austrians to come back that way. Unfortunately, these guys have fallen foul to a stack. So we did lose a unit there. That was unfortunate. We can go ahead and try and get another one. Might be a complete waste of time, but do you know what? We'll see if we can do it. You're sitting in... right, you're moving over there. Good. You're moving away from me. Actually, that's not true. They're kind of all over the place. Actually, I don't think the AI knows where it wants to be right now. It seems to be confused. But if we can get this quick 100% siege on Ragusa, that'll be really, really good. There's Savoy with an army. We also need to keep our eye on this, just make sure they don't try and come in. We've won this siege, so let's get you down there and let's get you over here. If we can grab these two provinces without too much interference from Austria, things might be good. In the meantime, we're just going to try and siege a couple of Austrian provinces just to get some war score. It looks like Austria's actually peaced out with Ragusa. So that's actually good for us. Makes everything much faster. And Austria now will have a truce with Ragusa. It's unlikely Austria will be able to get into this territory, so these troops should be safe. So we're just going to sit... Do you know what? We've already got a wall breach there. We don't need to pay for one. So this should be the battle with Ragusa finished as soon as this tick goes our way. How are things going down here in Australia? There's too many troops down here for me to try and do anything. Let's go ahead and, at what is essentially a great risk, try and build some transports. So we can get these guys over to this province, which we should be able to do relatively safely. You have got a guy moving there, haven't you? Yeah, it just takes ages to get anywhere. That's a lot of red dots on the map. Austria doesn't really appear to be moving towards me, so I'm happy with that. 78% chance that this is going to fall on this tick. And it has. We've got 100% war score against Ragusa. Are any of these important centres of trade? No, only Ragusa itself, which we've already got. But we'll take what we can anyway. We can actually get 100% there. And potentially give us a coalition with Great Britain and the Netherlands. We don't give two hoots. You hardly have any money, but we might as well take it. So yeah, great. Now we have all of Ragusa. They have a lot of forts here. We don't need all of these forts. This probably... That doesn't have a fort. That's only a level 2 fort. No wonder these were so easy to take. Let's go and take that then. Get rid of that one. There's no point building forts until everything is cored. We might still have some problem with like Austria and Bohemia's army and stuff like that, but that's fine. I'm really hoping that we won't be in this war for too long. I do intend to try and mess Austria up as much as possible. So if we can do that, that'll be fantastic. This should be an upgraded fort because it's the one I already had. Indeed it is. So yeah, I don't think Austria are going to be too much of a problem to me. I'm sure this war will turn around. I'm not too sure why we're losing, actually. All of this going on down here is annoying, but I think it's... I don't think it's a big problem, to be honest. I could go ahead on this mercenary stack and just go and put in a leader with a ton of maneuver. So if you're going to march in on me, you're probably going to lose that one. I mean, they do still have a big army down here that they could try and attack me with. The 8th of May. That is a long time. I mean, they are locked in, I suppose. But that is still a long time for them to try and attack. Yeah, they're going to lose that battle. There's even a possibility that I could win with that small stack, just given the difference in tech that we've got right now. I guess we could go ahead and try and just sit on a couple of Austrian forts and try and take them out. I'm not really bothered about taking land from Austria, but just being able to take forts from them screws them over. Can we give you some siege to speed things up a little bit? Yeah, we've got a 3 siege general there. So that should speed that up for us quite nicely. Now then, let's have a quick look at things down here in India. I don't want to go and start this war straight away. I'll probably leave the transports down here. The transports should be fairly safe, but I think I'm going to move them a little further south. We lost... we did actually lose that battle. Okay. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. But do you know what? We did give them a good hammering. If we say friendlies can attach to this... And we can also go ahead and... I think we should also go ahead and just build up a load more mercenaries down here. I mean, sure, they're expensive, but... You know, if we could just march in and attack them, that'll work out well for us, I think. So let's try and get as many troops together as we can. Let's move them all to the north. We don't want them to just suddenly decide to jump on them. Royal marriage has ended with Scandinavia. We should be able to get that back relatively quickly. I do need to keep my eye on what's going on in and around Austria. We do have a rebellion down here, so I really should take that out first. Not seeing any counter-attack from Austria over here, so that's good. There's those rebels dealt with. So let's go back to taking that fort. Austria building ships that can't go anywhere because we've got them completely blockaded by heavies. If you guys would attach, that'd be fantastic. Scandinavia want a royal marriage. Definitely. Right, so we're down to 11k now. Come on, you guys. Friendlies can attach. Come and join up. 13k. 13k might be enough. We've got a better general. And if these guys come along to help at any point... You're going to move in there, are you? It's grasslands. Right, okay, we have engaged them. 2 good rolls. Our consort has died, and we won that battle. Excellent. So the question is, where are they going to retreat to? You're moving down there. Did get a tick, unfortunately. But they're running out of places to run to. Yep, we've wiped them out. Excellent. Take that, Russia. We have a thing going on over here, which we shouldn't really need to get involved with. See, France have got 33k troops down here that are black flagged. Looks like France took a load more stuff from Great Britain, actually. Britain only has 1 province remaining, which I'm sure we'll take in the next war. Of course, all of this is a little bit messy. But that's fine. Is what it is. How are we doing over here? 35% chance. So yeah, I'm not going to deal with that rebellion. They should be able to... The colonial nation should be able to deal with it themselves. Lose 5 prestige. Yeah, sure. Why not? Let's go ahead and pay for the wall breach. Sort of speed things up a little bit. Oddly enough, we're still actually losing war score here. Now, what is... Oh, that's a big stack there, Austria. I probably can't get out of there quick enough. Now, why can't I get across there? Oh, yeah, I've got to return here because I'm fort blocked, aren't I? That's the problem. So I am actually blocked. I can't go anywhere. So we may well lose this battle. Which is a shame, because we're at 42%. Oh, actually, no. The Austrians are getting absolutely wrecked. Even though they've got the defensive terrain, because it's their fort, we rolled well enough to kick them out. We've lost we did take heavy losses there, though. Don't get me wrong. That 30 stack is now down to a 12 stack. And it doesn't have enough men to siege. I doubt I can get anybody... Actually, we can get somebody through there. Let's go ahead and march through with some more then. We've lost our admin guy. Let's go for the national tax modifier. So we'll go and send another 30k men through to help out with that. Russia's now actually down here. With how many men? 6. 6k. So yeah, I'm not even going to bother with a general for that. We'll just march in and deal with that for you. We've taken this one. Excellent. Let's go and take this one for them as well. Again, not bothered about natives. So close to taking that we were as well. Still not... Well, I guess the Commonwealth are getting occupied by... The Commonwealth's actually at war with the Ottomans. Are you in 2 different wars here, Commonwealth? No, just the one. So, hang on a minute. if you're in the same war that I am... Russia, Austria, Bohemia, Saxony. Is that just the wrong... No, it's Russia. The green looks like it was Ottomans green, but it's not. It's Russia's green. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to do what I can over here. You're trying to unsiege that again. Big stack, quite nasty. We're about to take another province. Vienna is still your capital. I'm not 100% convinced that we can reach that without having to take another fort along the way. But I'm certainly willing to give it a go. Again, really don't like that 37 stack. We already know what happens when we run into that 37 stack, because we've done it once before. I think I'm just going to group these guys together and march around as a 60 stack for a while. Somewhere has come under the occupation of Spain. France has now declared war on Austria. Excellent. So 71% chance that this is going to fall. So the question is, what do we do? Do we march in and try and take this army out? Or do we just go and try and march straight on Vienna? Oh, can't believe we didn't actually get it on that tick. We'll just take the more expensive mercenaries. It's fine for now. You guys are going to try and take that fort. You don't have enough men to siege it. What has happened where now? We've taken that back. Excellent. Okay. So we'll sit around and wait for the Russians to try something else. How are we doing with the ships over here? Did we actually get these ships back? We did. Unfortunately now, we also have issues with... well, you don't have enough men to damage that, which is good for us right now. Russia has men... Well, they don't have men, but they have ships down there. They're not really doing anything. Austria's still not really doing anything to me. There is a possibility they might get this siege. We have got this one. Right, let's go and march. I'm not even going to force march. No, I can't get there, unfortunately. Cannot get there. But we can go ahead and take this fort. It might be enough for them to consider coming back. That we can deal with. This is something that these guys should be able to deal with themselves. It's like, can you deal with your own rebellions, please? Save me having to come and rescue you every time. So that's a 40 stack there now. I don't like the fact that it's a 40 stack, but there's not much else that I can do about it. I mean, if I went and attacked them, I might possibly win. Do you know what? Let's go and do it. Let's go and throw this 30 stack on them. It's in the hills. We control the territory, so we actually get the terrain bonus. Well, they get the terrain penalty. So providing we don't roll completely terrible, and we didn't. So our truce with France has now ended. And as much as I would love to go back to war with France, I think we are going to have to wait a little while on that one. France probably have a ton more troops. They've got 170k again. And I've already shipped a lot of troops down to India, so I'd kind of like to deal with that before dealing with France. Looks like Russia's going to try and come back in here again anyway. So let's go ahead and do that. So yeah, luckily we can do a fair bit of damage to the Austrian army. We've got another self-sustaining colony, this one here. Are there any more provinces here that we could go and grab? I suppose there are. Let's go ahead and start grabbing these ones. Oh, Britain literally just decided to go and start doing that one. Okay, let's do this one instead then. Let's just go and sort out the ships over here. These guys still can't do anything about it. Why does Scandinavia have 37,000 men in a single isolated colony down in Australia? Makes no sense whatsoever. Do you know what? Why am I'm having a right mental breakdown here. Why am I waiting for ships to move from one province to an adjacent province? What the hell was I thinking? Absolute breakdown. Mind you, I have been recording for like 2 hours straight. That's my excuse and I'm sticking to it. Things are going quite well here. We could just go ahead and pay for this wall breach, which I suppose would make a lot more sense than waiting. And if this falls, then we can actually march on Vienna. And if we can take Vienna, they can probably get Austria out of the war. And if they can get Austria out of the war, they might be able to turn it around and win. So, other than that, we probably want to try and have a really quick war against Bermanis. Now, who are they allied with? They're not actually allied with anybody. So, if we can get a really quick win against Bermanis and then bring the troops back and have another bite of France, that could work really well for us. But it'll be something that we do in the next video. I'm going to end things here. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying EU4 as Spain. I'll see you on the next video, and until then, goodbye for now.